In this video, I will show you how to go from this to this in less than 5 minutes. Let's dive right into it. If you want to follow along this video, you can find the Figma link in the description below. I had this hero section design where we're gonna put our mesh gradient once we finish it. But for now, the first step is to create a frame, and this frame will contain all of the shapes of our gradient. And I will choose a MacBook Pro for theme. Of course, that depends on the size you're building for. And I will change the name to mesh. To create the shapes, we're gonna use a plugin called blobs. And here we're gonna generate 4 random shapes. And now I will place these shapes inside of my frame. Before positioning these shapes, it will be better if I assign colors. To create a color palette, I will use another plugin called colors. And here you can generate random color palettes. My preference is to have, for a mesh gradient, is to have like very colors with high contrast. And I think this was work very well. So I will just copy here, replace it here. And now we're gonna select the 4 shapes and add a layer blur here in effect. And I found that between 400 and 800 should work well. And before playing around with the blur, I will change the background to black because, as you can see, the text is white here. So I'm looking for a mesh gradient that is a little bit closer to the dark side. And now I don't want these 2 colors together because they are very, very alike. So I'll put this here. I can also rotate my shapes, something like this. I can also adjust the gradient again, maybe 600. And the good thing when you have a dark background is you can select the shapes and also play around with the path through, maybe 80. I think that looks good. I will play around a little bit more. And now we're gonna add a grainy effect. And for that, I will use another plugin that is called noise and texture. And here I will add to canvas. And now, of course, I want these to be on top of my shapes. And then I will select the texture and I will change this to lighten. I will make it like 5%, depending on how much grain you want to add. I think I'll decrease it a little bit more, maybe 3%. If all you were looking for in this video was a nice static background, that's how you do it. Now we're gonna make it animated. But before, if you're liking this video so far, please hit the like button. It will take you 1 second and it will really help my channel. If at this point you're not happy with your results, you can select your frame and change the colors manually here, or you can generate a completely new color palette using the plugin. It will be way easier to adjust your gradient at this point than after creating all your animations. So to add animations, we need to make this a component. So we select the frame and press Option Command K. And then since we're gonna be moving around the shapes, it will be better if I block my noise texture so I don't have any trouble selecting the shapes. And now I can create the 2 other variants. At this point, all you need to do is to start playing around with the shapes inside your variants and make sure each variant looks different from the other so you have a clear movement effect. Now I will do that. Once you're happy with your results, all you need to do is to go to prototype, connect the first variant with the second, and here we're gonna use after delayed. This will be 1, that is the minimum, and we're gonna use a smart animate linear, and for duration we're gonna use maybe 7,000. You can play around with that time. And then again the second with the third one, 7,000. This should be after delayed, 1 millisecond. And then to close the loop, we're gonna end the last one with the first one using the same animation. And now we can check how it looks by exporting this here and adding it as a background of our hero section. And now I will see the prototype. And as easy as that, we built an animated mesh gradient in Figma. I hope you find it helpful, and if you want to learn more about Figma and product design, follow me and see you on my next video. Bye bye.